Good morning, everyone. This is Morgan Cook with Positively Osceola here for Positively Osceola's Daybreak Live. So excited to be coming to you on this Wednesday. It is April 21st, 9 a.m. right here on Positively Osceola. Be sure to say hello whenever you hop on. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button. Let us know in the comment section who we have with us. We are so excited for today's special guest. We have Michele Incandela with Draper Law Office, which is going to be discussing all of the things of Draper Law Office, some good tips to know when it comes to just everyday life, when it comes to being in your vehicles and so many other details. So be sure, like I said, hit that thumbs up button, hit the share button. I'm going to come on here as well and hit the share button so that way everyone knows of today's discussion. We always love doing these day breaks where we feature special guests, really informing you guys of important topics and discussions within Osceola County. So hopefully you guys join us in the future as we continue to bring you Daybreak Lives every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. right here on Positively Osceola. So like I said, like that this video, hit the thumbs up button, hit the comment section, let us know who we have with us, hit the share button as well, and we will go ahead and get started this morning with our Daybreak Live. Alrighty, so at this time, we are very excited to welcome our special guest. Again, this is Miss Michele Incandela. Good morning, Michele. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us here on our Daybreak Live. You are part of Draper Law Office, which is a staple here in Osceola County, especially here in Kissimmee. And Draper Law Office has been a part of the Osceola community for quite some time. So to get us started this morning, tell us a little bit about Draper Law Office, the history you guys had here in Kissimmee, and the practices of law that you all cover.
Sure. So, yeah, Draper Law Office has been practicing in Kissimmee since 1984. Charlie Draper was one of the first attorneys to even start practicing in the downtown Kissimmee area back when the area was just getting going. There was no traffic on the roads. Right. And I've been in the office personally for just probably about a decade, coming up on about 10 years now. And we specialize in two areas of law, personal injury and family law. Linda Krasinski is our family law attorney. She's spectacular. And Charlie Draper and I exclusively do personal injury claims. So Linda helps people with issues such as divorce and custody. Charlie and I work to help people who've been involved in accidents or have been injured kind of put their lives back together after they've had a significant trauma.
Right. And like you mentioned, you guys played that significant role in helping those who have been involved in those accidents or maybe injury put their lives back together. So talk to us a little bit about what that means to Draper Law Office.
So that, people are very, I think one of the things that has struck me over the years is that people have this kind of misconception of what personal injury attorneys do. And really, it's such a rewarding job. It's a rewarding job because it is something where I really do get a chance to help people. When people are involved in an accident where they have a slip and fall or a car accident or whatever the circumstances are, it's a mess in their lives. People, we hear about stuff, but until it actually happens to us, we don't understand how much of an effect it has on just every aspect of your life. And people are, frustrated and they have trouble dealing with insurance companies and they're hurt and they lost their jobs and their cars are destroyed and they just really need help. And to be able to guide them through that process and actually make a difference is incredibly rewarding. I have great relationships with my clients. I love my clients. And I just love the fact that I'm really able to make a difference. Right. It's really rewarding, and I'm proud. I'm proud of the work that we do. I'm proud of my office and my staff and what we're able to do, with our clients. It's a really great place to be, and the office is fantastic. So
right, absolutely. Yeah. I can say from a community aspect, you guys are so well respected in the community. You truly are making a difference, and Mr. Charlie's done a wonderful job of setting that foundation, and as it's continued over the years. Now, something that unfortunately has been a big problem, it's specifically here in Osceola County, is the current state of traffic crashes. So talk to us about the rise of traffic crashes in our area.
Yeah, we don't even know what's going on. It's, there's some things that you guys have seen in the news, and I know I've seen it on Positively Osceola before. I-4 is one of the most dangerous highways in our entire country. And the number of accidents that we've had recently is off the charts. And we don't know if it's because people are more distracted with what's going on, coming back from the pandemic, or stressed in their lives, or the fact that they're just not anticipating traffic to be on the roads anymore. But we've definitely seen an increase, and we've seen an increase not only in the number of accidents, but also in the severity of the accidents as well. So, be extra cautious out there, because whatever's going on, we just don't want it to affect you, but it is something that we're certainly aware of.
Absolutely. Now, following that topic, oftentimes there are common mistakes that people make following a motor vehicle accident. What are those mistakes, and what does our community need to do?
So, so what happens is, when someone's involved in an accident, the last thing that they're thinking about is an insurance claim, right? I mean, it's just, and it should be the last thing you're thinking about. The first thing that people should think about always is, your health, and making sure if there is an accident, that nobody's injured. And if anybody's injured, that they're getting medical attention right away. That being said, a lot of times there is a claim as a result, because there is an injury, because there is damage to the car. I mean, you're in an accident that's not your fault, and your car is destroyed, and you're injured. And so what happens is, you have to report it to your insurance company. And depending on the circumstances, there may or may not be a claim following that accident, but sometimes what you do just after that accident does have an effect on the claim. And people are just not thinking about that, and they shouldn't be, because this, it's not part of their lives. But unfortunately, the insurance companies, they are, and the insurance company in these instances, they are not your friend. So they will look to anything that they can find to devalue your claim, right from the start. So, some of the things that we recommend is, if you're able to, and you're involved in an accident, make sure that when you're at the scene, you take pictures not only of the damage to your car, but also of the other person's car, the person that caused the accident. A lot of people forget to do that because they're just worried about, I want to document the damage to my car and make sure that they can see that my car was damaged. Well, sometimes what happens is it becomes a question of how severe the crash was. And if there's not as much damage to your car as there is to the other car, the insurance companies will say, oh, well, there wasn't that much damage. Well, the other car may have been really kind of completely destroyed, but you didn't get any pictures of that. So that's one thing, is getting pictures. The second thing is medical attention. Get checked out. Get checked out, because there's rules with regard to Florida PIP coverage, the way that the insurance applies to your medical bills. If you don't seek medical attention right away, your PIP benefits can be reduced. And also, you just want to make sure that if there's anything going on, one, that you're checked out thoroughly, and that your symptoms, anything that you have, is documented. People have a tendency that they just hope it goes away, right? They just want it to go away. They may feel some aches and pains, but they want to get to work and pick up the kids, and just want it to go away. So they take ibuprofen, they lay down, they rest, and then, at a certain point, they realize that it's not going to go away. So you want to make sure that you do get to the doctor and get checked out, and report everything head to toe. If symptoms disappear, that's fantastic. But if they don't, then at least there's, it's documented that you complained about it, so the insurance company doesn't come back later and say, aha, you didn't complain about your right pinky 2 days after the accident. Well, it's because my back was on fire and my right pinky wasn't bothering me so much. But now it is. It hasn't gone away. So be complete. We always tell everybody, do not make anything up. Do not leave anything out. That's our rule when you go to the doctor. So yeah. And also, insurance companies, they swoop in right away and they want to get recorded statements, and people are very confused about, what they need to do with respect to, recorded statements and talking to the insurance company. You have to cooperate with your own insurance company, and you have to report the claim as quickly as possible to your own insurance company. When it comes to recorded statements, your own insurance company is going to be entitled to a recorded statement. You make a contract and you agree to cooperate with them when you buy insurance from them. But it's always recommended that when you're in a position to give recourse, it means that you consult with your attorney first, if possible. You don't have an obligation to cooperate with the other person's attorney or the other person's insurance company. A lot of people get confused about that. So I say, as soon as possible, you want to consult with somebody who's an expert in, dealing with auto accidents to give you advice. You don't have to necessarily have a claim, but at least reach out, find out what your rights are. Let somebody who does this all the time explain to you what your rights are, and what you should and shouldn't do, following an accident. Because the insurance adjusters are really friendly. They're not hard. When they call after an accident, they're very friendly and they're very sweet. And it seems like, well, this person really just wants to help me.
Right.
And they're very good people. A lot of my friends are insurance adjusters. It's not that they're bad people, but they're working for the insurance company and they are not your friend in that position. That your interests are different.
Right.
Okay. So it's always better to talk to somebody if you can, to find out, like I said, what your rights are, and make sure that, if you do end up having a claim, that all of your rights are preserved.
Absolutely. Now, these are such very good tips. Some things, because also a lot of times in those moments, there's so much going on and you don't really think of this. So I'm so glad that you covered all the bases. So, at least if our audience, they've heard it, now it's in the back of their mind. So they're able to, reiterate that if unfortunately that moment ever comes. Now, if there's someone that's joining us and maybe they've been a victim of an accident, or maybe, upcoming in the future, they just want to have that information on hand, where can they find more information about you guys and contact information?
So we have on our website, we have a great website. It's got a lot of information on it. It's draperlawoffice.com, and that's usually a good place to start. We have videos, blogs, frequently asked questions, and all of our contact information. And we are available all the time. So if anybody has any questions, if they have any questions about, even general questions about their own insurance coverages, it's super, super important, especially in Florida. And I'm not sure how much time do we have left?
You're good. All the time.
Good. Because I just thought about something that's really, really important that I want everybody to make sure that everybody knows. In Florida, especially because we have so many people that come from different states and relocate here, and nobody, who pays attention to insurance policies, right? It's like one of the most boring, like, who reads their insurance policy? Nobody, right? Who knows what's in it? Who knows what the insurance laws are in the state? I get confused sometimes. But in Florida, unlike a lot of other states, in fact, like most other states, there's no requirement in Florida when you are driving your car to have bodily injury coverage. And that's the coverage that your insurance company will pay someone else if you cause an accident. The requirement is PIP and property damage. So somebody is driving around on the roads here and they cause an accident and they cause you injuries and they damage your car and you have, a $50,000 hospital bill. They don't have to have any coverage for your injuries legally. They don't have to have that coverage. And people, because they don't understand their policies, when they call insurance companies, oh, we'll save you this amount of money. Yeah, because they're cutting all these coverages down to the minimum. And so what people think of sometimes as full coverage is usually not. It's usually basic coverage. And so most people that you're going to find out here, and especially ones that are looking to lower their rates on their insurance companies, are not carrying that really important coverage. So what happens is you get involved in an accident. It's not your fault. Let's say you're rear-ended. You're on John Young Parkway and you're rear-ended and your car is destroyed and you're in the hospital and you have bills and you have an injury. And then you go see an attorney and the attorney says, I'm really sorry, but the other person did not carry bodily injury coverage. There's no coverage there. First question that people ask is, well, why can't we just sue them personally? Why can't we just forget about the insurance? Very, very difficult to do. Very rare. There's very rare exceptions to that, but it's very, very difficult to do. And most of the time it will be very easy for you to get a judgment against that person, but it will be almost impossible to collect it. So that's just not a viable option most of the time. So what we do then is we look to your own insurance policy. And here's the tip for everybody. Everybody today should look at their insurance policy or call their insurance agent and see if they have coverage. stands for uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage. That is the most important part of your insurance policy as far as I'm concerned, because that is what protects you and your family. If you're involved in an accident with someone who doesn't have any or doesn't have enough insurance. Okay. The other coverages that you have in your policy, like the bodily injury coverage, that's the money that your insurance company is going to pay somebody else if you cause an accident. That does not protect you and your family. So the protection for you and your family is uninsured motorist coverage. And my biggest tip of advice for everybody is to check your policy, call your agent, and see if you can add that into your policy. Even if you get the minimum, as much as you can afford, that's as much as you should get, because that's the protection for you.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you so much for all this information. I know it's been very beneficial on my end, so I can only imagine the audience as well. So thank you so much for taking time out of your day, Miss Michele. Again, reiterate y'all's website if there's someone that's looking for more information.
It's draperlawoffice.com, and we are here and ready to help, and hope everybody in Osceola has a wonderful day. And thank you so much, Morgan, for having us on.
Absolutely. To sign off this morning, this is Morgan Cook with Positively Osceola here with Miss Michele Incandela with Draper Law Office. And together we're making a positive difference in and around Osceola County. Bye, guys.